If your business collaborates with external vendors, contractors, or partners, you're likely using Microsoft Entra's cross-tenant access settings. And if you're trying to build a smooth user experience, you have probably checked the box that says Trust Multi-Factor Authentication from external Microsoft Entra tenant. It makes complete sense on paper. It stops your partner from getting double prompted for MFA when they try to access your apps. But here is a multi-million-dollar blind spot. By checking that box, you have completely surrendered your identity security posture to a third party. If that vendor's IT setup allows weak, easily phished text message codes or worse, lets user register their security options without validation, an attacker who breaches their network just bypass your conditional access policy entirely. Today we are hitting the home lab to prove exactly how this loophole works, why it breaks your ammunition plans, and the exact commands you need to close the backdoor for good. Let's dive in. To prove this, I set up a lab with two isolated environments. Tenant A is our corporate resource tenant protected by a strict conditional access policy requiring MFA for all guest users. Tenant B is our vendor partner. Right here, Trust Multi-Factor Authentication. We are establishing a blind trust relationship. Watch this. We open an incognito window, logged into tenant as Jaspreet, and pass the SMS prompt sent by history. Boom, tenant A lets us straight in, no local enrollment, no further validation. Now let's validate the logs. Look at this log. Tenant A records a perfect green success status flag. It says MFA requirement satisfied by claim in token. But as a security engineer, this should terrify you. You have absolutely no visibility or control over how that token was actually verified on the other side. So how do we fix it? We do what any good engineer does. We upgrade our identity boundaries. Instead of accepting generic basic MFA claims, we modify our conditional access policy to enforce authentication strengths, specifically mandating phishing resistant MFA like FIDO2 keys. As you can see, I'm gonna make sure acquire authentication strength and I'll select here phishing resistant MFA. I'm gonna hit select and save. But when we save that and try to log back in as the vendor, we hit a massive brick wall. The user gets this famous screen. You can't get there from here. And if you check the backend log, it tells you that claim was not satisfied because the user was not allowed to use any compatible authentication methods. Here is the trap. You told Entra ID to demand a physical security key from the guest, but tenant-wide security rules are blocking external guests from registering cryptographic credentials inside your boundary. You have not just secured your tenant, you have completely broken your business operation. To open the gateway safely, we have to bridge the policy conflict. We jump into tenant A as A's authentication methods, open the FIDO2 security key blade, and ensure the target group scope includes all users rather than just restricting it solely to full-time employees. Let's flush our browser sessions and test it one last time. Now when Jaspreet attempts to log in using a weak SMS claim, Entra ID intercepts the low assurance session and recognizes that it doesn't meet the phishing resistant mandate and smoothly handles enrollment direction. The user can't register a secure cryptographic key directly without tenant 1. Our cloud boundary is completely hardened, our third-party risk is mitigated, and our business workflows remain functional. Building secure identity pipelines isn't just about checking a box to pass an audit. It's about verifying every cryptographic claim down to the endpoint. If you want the full step-by-step build document, code loops, and architectural diagram for this exact lab, check out the write-ups at f11.ca. Drop a comment below if you have audited your cross-tenant trust settings recently. Hit that subscribe button for more practical threat lab, and I'll catch you next time on Identity Digest. Thank you guys.